Power 96, good morning. Cato K, we are broadcasting live across the main stage at Ultra. It's the Ultra Condo Party. You know this guy, Martin Garrix in the house. Good morning, man.
Good morning.
How's your conference going so far?
It's been great. It's been very hectic, very busy, but lots of parties, lots of studio time, and
no sleep.
No sleep.
Well, thanks for driving here and not driving a boat.
No.
What happened? Who was driving? Is what I.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
It wasn't you.
It wasn't me. No, it was Dave Guetta.
And he can't. He drives a boat to work every day. He can't figure out how to park a boat.
No, it's something like kind of. We went to say hi to David Guetta.
Yeah.
Because Tiesto and I were shooting a video clip on the boat, and we went full power, and then our idea was to like brake and reverse just in front of his boat dock. But as soon as we reversed, the engine stopped. So we we made a little damage.
And the funniest thing is because I think your Instagram is the first Instagram of kind of David's reaction.
Yeah.
And he has that like, he looks like if somebody hit his car in Hialeah. I think he forgot he was rich for a second. He has that, oh.
No, David, like, you should have seen his face when it just happened. Like he was pissed. He got it on video. No, he was not pissed at all. That's the cool. He was like, did that just happen? And then like 1 minute later, he couldn't stop laughing.
All the rest of the pictures of you guys, it seems like you guys had a blast that day.
It was great.
Everybody hugging, having a good time.
It was amazing.
So right behind us, the main stage at Ultra, your set is that Twilight set on Saturday. It's a really unique set here in Miami because you have the sun going down, and that's when people really get to see what the main stage can do as far as lights go. How is it, 3 years ago, you said that you were in the crowd. Last year, you were on the main stage with the huge success of Animals, and here we are, year 3, pretty much one of the peak hour sets for Ultra. What's the ride been like?
The ride, if I have to describe it in one word, is bizarre. It's very crazy. Like, so many things happen in such a short time, and for me, it's still like every time I have to pinch myself and to see if it's even all real. But I'm happy to be part of such an amazing festival, and yeah, I'm super excited for tomorrow. You
mentioned before that somebody who inspired you to get into dance music was Tiesto, a set you saw during the Olympics, and now you're hanging out with him all the time. What's your guys' relationship like? I mean, he's old enough to be your dad. Does he feel more like a mentor, like someone who's taking you under his wing?
Yeah, he's a brother. He's my mentor. Like if I feel shit, if I feel lonely on tour, I can call that guy. Like he gives me advice, tips. Like if I have new tracks, I send it to him. He gives me feedback. Like, hey, I should change the sound. Hey, I should change the kick. And we just teamed up together to do a commercial together. And
with 7-Up, correct?
Yeah, with 7-Up, and we produced a track together, which they use in the commercial. And we're gonna play it tonight together on stage.
Oh wow, is that like a secret? Something to look forward to?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Now, when Animals hit, instrumental track, biggest instrumental track in maybe 20 years on the radio. Now, you don't have any problem finding artists to put vocals, do top lines for you. You have a record just came out with Usher, Don't Look Down. Yeah. Talk about the project.
Don't Look Down is a track for me, like, I've done a lot of club tracks and I wanted to do something different, have a new challenge. And I had the track ready, and I sent it to my manager in the US, and he was hanging out with Usher that night. And he kept playing the song, and then there was one point that Usher was like, hey, what is this song? And before I realized it, I had Usher on the FaceTime, like, hey, the track is sick, I'd love to do it together. And less than a week later, we were in the studio recording the track, and yeah, it went super quick, and it's a pleasure for me to have Usher on the track.
Sure, the production process for you, you come essentially starting at a young age with, you know, I understand you play guitar for a period of time. What's it like now having access to $100,000 studios or any piece of gear or equipment or new plug-in thrown at you, where before you were probably illegally downloading or just trying to get whatever to get started? Now you have access to anything you want. Do you think, how has that taken your production? Do you feel that's going to take you to an even further level?
In the end, I sit a lot in big studios with like a lot of expensive equipment, but the funny thing is I don't use the equipment besides the monitors. Like the only reason why I like being in the studios is because I can actually feel how it feels like in a club at a festival, like big sound system, and just the environment of being in the studio like that is really, creative-wise, is really great for me. But all I use right now is my laptop. I do everything in the box, and but a studio like that is nice.
Laptop right on the console, right on the mixing board.
Yep, nice laptop stand.
When it comes to, you've played every festival this year. You played Coachella, you've headlined just about any major festival. How much time and effort goes into your DJ sets when you have so many people pulling at you, do interviews, to do appearances, as a big Heineken bottle falls on my head? Represent Holland in the house. How much time do you put in your DJ sets?
A lot of time.
Because DJing has to be new to you in the sense that you spend so much time learning how to produce, and now everybody wants you to do live sets. Is DJing something that you feel like you continue to try to grasp and try to improve on?
Yeah, I think like every show I will do, I will get better. I will get better. Like the more you practice, the better you get. And for me,
but you're practicing in front of like 50,000 people sometimes.
Yeah, no, but it's fun, and I've also been DJing for very long, and right now, like I put a lot of time in my DJ sets, like a lot of time. For Ultra tomorrow, I've been preparing like 4 months just to finish all the new music so I could premiere it tomorrow. I think 60% of my set is going to be new Martin Garrix music, which I've never, which is not released before. So it's I'm excited and I'm kind of nervous.
I always say I have a brother who's 16 years old, and I call him an old soul. And we had a guest mix from you last year, and you kick off with house, future house sound and some classics. Do you feel like you're an old soul? You're very mature? But do you get kind of mad when people, my brother hates it when somebody says, oh, you're only this old. Do you get mad when people bring up your age, or is that an issue? You turned 19 in May.
Yeah.
But last year, being not even 18 years old yet, is that something that bothers you?
No, not at all. Like in the beginning, I was like, can you guys just please stop about my age? But in the end, like the nice thing about this industry is it's not about the age. It's about what you deliver, like how your tracks sound, how your shows are. And the shows, like, it isn't any difference if you're 18 or if you're 25. Like if you play a good set, the crowd will like it. And if you play a bad set, the crowd won't like it.
Well, I think about it like this, because when we see a 17, 18-year-old playing college basketball and going to the NBA, no one ever mentions their age. So I think it's interesting in dance music now how that would come up so much. But I think you're definitely an old soul, and I think you're way advanced as far as music production. And where do you see yourself? What's the future of Martin Garrix sound? Right now, the future house sound is big. The deeper house is making a comeback. Do you just continually go where your heart is, or do you have an idea of where your music's going to go in the future?
I will always go where my heart is. But like as a producer, you want to try new things. You want to like have new challenges, and I will always stay to the Martin Garrix sound, but I will just evolve it. I will like. It's interesting for me as well. Like the music right now is changing a lot. Like as you said, deep house is getting bigger again, the future house thing, and I'm not gonna do that stuff because like it's. I like to listen to it, but it's not me producing this stuff. Maybe as a side project, just for fun, but. I don't know. I have no clue. For me, the most important thing is that I just keep putting out music, which I stand for, which I want Martin Garrix to stand for, and which I had love and lots of fun making in the studio. Which
is interesting because the Martin Garrix sound is a sound that tons of producers emulated, not just in dance music, but also in trap, in dubstep, even in hip hop, have kind of used the perk sounds that you really introduced with Animals. Do you ever do you take that as a compliment, or do you feel like everybody should kind of stay in their lane? And
no. I think I like to be honest. Animals, the perk thing was also inspired by a hip hop track. So in the end, it's all one circle, I think.
Right.
But it's cool, and it's really dope to see how much like a track can influence like a scene.
Your favorite thing? Well, let's wrap up. I want to know. The past year, when you take a look back, any one moment that stands out to you? Something crazy. It doesn't have to be anything to do with performing.
No.
Other than crashing your boat in David Guetta's house.
Coachella. Paul McCartney was watching my set on stage while I was DJing, and for me, straight after my set, I called my dad because he's the biggest he's the biggest fan, and like he freaked out. He was like, Yeah, that was for me, like, and for him as well, like, is this even real moment?
No, you can say it's a holy shit moment. Holy shit moment.
Holy shit moment.
Let's introduce your new song. I think we're about to play your new song.
Yeah. Hey, this is Martin Garrix, and you're listening to Power 96, and check out my new track, Don't Look Down with Usher.
Martin Garrix, everybody, broadcasting live at the Ultra Condo party. He's going to be on stage tomorrow when the sun goes down. Martin, thanks so much for coming by, man.
No problem. Thanks so much.
Continue success. We out.